Tonight on EA Sports, Super Bowl 56. The Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Detroit Lions.
So much has happened since the Super Bowl was last in this part of the U.S. in the early 90s. The Rams and Chargers have both returned to L.A., and they've constructed this incredible new palace for football, SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. And it will be the scene tonight for Super Bowl 56. And what a matchup we have. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Las Vegas Raiders taking on the NFC champions, the Detroit Lions. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis, and the story of the Raiders season, just an incredible one in Las Vegas. The Raiders hadn't so much as won a playoff game in nearly 2 decades. You had to go all the way back to the 2002 season, but here are the Raiders, CD, in the city they once called home, trying to win it all.
And I like that. And think about their journey, their odyssey, so to speak, right? Oakland to Los Angeles, back to Oakland, now in Las Vegas. They and the Colts, the only teams currently to win a Super Bowl in 2 different cities. Now the Raiders, they have a chance to win in their 3rd city. What a story that would be.
Meanwhile, it's probably a day that a lot of folks in the Motor City thought would never arrive. And we all know the numbers. 1 playoff win since the NFL championship game of 1957. That was still 10 full years before the first Super Bowl. But here are these Lions playing for the Lombardi Trophy.
And this is such a big deal that normally you see fans like this, these long-suffering fan bases, that have the T-shirts after the team wins the big game that says, "Now I can die in peace." They're wearing that T-shirt already. Just getting to this game is enough for them because they've only won, what, 1 playoff game in all that time since their last NFL championship. So they're excited to have it. The whole state of Michigan, they're just off the charts right now. Everyone banding together saying, "Go Lions."
And the Lions, Charles, the only team that's been in existence for every season in the Super Bowl era without ever playing in this big game. Now Jones. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on 1st down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing Jones. And the grab by Croft. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Looking to throw. Jones. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Nick Bosa drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the former 7th-round pick from FIU at quarterback. It's Alex Magoo.
And he comes in off of a tremendous game in the NFC Championship round 2 weeks ago. This has been a team all season long that's really taken their identity from their quarterback, and he's been very vocal in days leading up to this game that he believes that this is their time, and he's going to do all he can to will them to a Super Bowl win.
Drive starts on the ground with Scarborough. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill. They run. This is Scarborough. And he's got room. And they're able to get this one across the 35. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And you know, I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Calais Campbell. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A big play there for Detroit. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now Magoo. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the Raiders are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And from the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 41. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the...
But that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Raiders are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll make it 2nd down. Back to throw. Jones. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Chris Jones. Coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Jones throwing on 3rd and long. He's going to drop this one down to Gordon. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. Las Vegas sending out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Throwing here, Magoo. Sliding out of the pocket. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. Bulldozes past him. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Magoo. And he he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. And this is incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. John Franklin Myers drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
A pretty good looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. This is Gordon on the dump off. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 33.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense,
trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. There he goes, left side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. What a moment for him. A pick 6 in the Super Bowl. You think about some of the big pick 6s over the history of this huge game. I remember, because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans, Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to get the Saints' first title.
Yeah, that one pretty much sealed the deal for New Orleans as well. But I got to go back a ways because, you know, unfortunately, I'm considerably older. Herb Adderley, the Green Bay Packers, got it all started. The first pick 6, Super Bowl II against the Oakland Raiders, and some of the better ones that were out there. You might remember Dwight Smith of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 2 in one game when they won their Super Bowl championship against Rich Gannon in Oakland. You mentioned Tracy Porter already. How about James Harrison of the Steelers? You remember that one? 100 yards right before the half ended. That was a big-time play. But for me, the absolute classic, Willie Brown in slow motion against the Vikings for the Raiders. The grand old man, Willie Brown, 75 yards.
You recall him on. What a play here. Another pick 6 in the Super Bowl. The Raider offense going to head out now late in this first half as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. Now Jones throwing after the interception. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Jones over the middle, and it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Here's the Raiders punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now it's Lockett. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. So possession goes over here on the punt. As the offense comes back onto the field, let's get a closer look at Alex Magoo. And what would you say? Is it the offensive line that has caused a lot of this pressure to get back there?
That's always the first place that you have to look to see what's going on. But part of it is so difficult to simulate this type of pass rush in practice because the speed, the ferocity, the quickness, some of the change-ups and how they get at the quarterback that you may not have seen on film. All that is different. You can practice it as much as...
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. So these two teams will head to the locker room as we hit halftime in Super Bowl 56. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. It's been a tremendous season of football, but it's not over yet. One half remains to decide who will stand on the podium with the Vince Lombardi Trophy. And to call the second half, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue with that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And now the up man has it. It's a fake. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run the toss here. Edwards. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Jones. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Well, with him trailing here in the second half, maybe his legs can try to give this offense a spark.
And that's the benefit of having a young quarterback, right? Having a rookie, a guy who will say, hold on a second, I have a little bit of fearlessness to my game. It isn't working as well the other way. Let's see what I can do to help my team this way. And boy, he did it there.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
On second down, it's Edwards. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Back to throw. Jones. Throw left side complete. That's Beck. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. The kick by Carlson is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance, so that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. To throw is Magoo. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line. Here's Magoo looking to throw it. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 10 here in the 3rd quarter of Super Bowl 56. Magoo back to throw. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And this is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Amari Cooper, 44 yards. And the Lions will extend their 3rd quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now.
Now loose football. The ball comes out, and the Lions have recovered.
He doesn't get many opportunities to carry it, so he's got to maximize. In this case, after dropping it like that, I think his number is going to go way down. What do you think?
Yeah, and sometimes those fullbacks, let's just be... And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Travis Kelce, 33 yards. And the Lions are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And now a carry here for their fullback. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Jones now throwing on first down. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. He finds his man, complete. That's Beck. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
From the 39, Jones. Left side to Lamb. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 27-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's caught by Howard. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And yet again, it's Howard with a catch.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Operating from the gun, Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. He's got the lane, and there he goes. He's at the 30. 20, 10, 5, and into the end zone. A scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. And they fake it. They pitch to the tight end. And the fake attempt here not going to work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line.
I know we can sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Here's Jones. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the 4th. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago starting to seem like a distant memory. And this one just has not gone as they had hoped. Meanwhile, Jones' throw complete here, pulled in by Howard. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Off play action. Jones. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Lions are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. They try again with Scarborough. And they're going to get him down shy of the 1st at about the 13-yard line. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. And that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. It's caught inside the 5. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Short kick. One of the up mid will take it now. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Jones, throw taken in by Palmer. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones able to hit his target, Lamb. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Back to throw again. That's caught right side by Palmer. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. The quick slant caught. Touchdown Raiders. O.J. Howard from 6 yards away. And the Raiders are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will cut this lead down to 25. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. And the Lions, yes, the Detroit Lions have won the Super Bowl. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists a Lombardi trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.